back, everybody. So I'm not at the house today. I'm actually way up in the mountains, and I have a special guest with me that he's been on here before, but not too many times. So come on out, Bodie. Me and Bodie are going camping tonight, and I was really surprised on that drive in to see a ton of smoke. As I was driving up the mountain, I could start to see smoke, and I was like, hopefully that's not where I'm going. And of course, that's exactly where it was. So the Forestry Service is burning the other half, probably actually a couple miles down the mountain from where I'm at right now. But if you can kind of look in the background, you can kind of see the smoke going through the gorge over there on that side. And I was really hoping that wouldn't ruin my trip, but I'm far enough up, I think it's actually going to be okay. But they need to work on this road quite a bit. This isn't a well-used off-road, I guess you could say, but maybe they just hadn't had the time yet or something like that. But it was a bumpy ride on the way up here, to say the least. Come here, buddy. Come on. Now, putting one of these tents up, it's pretty easy. At least this one is. That took me, I don't know, 7 minutes. Not long at all. Now I'm going to go in here. There's a couple bars that go into it. Come here, buddy. And this tent in particular has, I think they call it light suppressing technology or something. It is very, very dark in here. Getting him in here later should be interesting. don't plan on putting these down. There's like 0 wind right now. And plus I'm gonna get up pretty early in the morning and get on out of here. So this is just gonna be a quick one-nighter. Make sure everything's all right. I didn't want to come by myself, so that's why I brought Bodie. I don't even, this back side actually opens up too. I don't think I'm even gonna open it up because I'm not gonna be sitting in the tent. I'm just gonna go up in there and sleep. What you got in your mouth? Ugh, what have you been eating? Good Lord, dude. What's wrong with you? Here, boy. Good job, bud. So my last clip, I didn't have the microphone on, but basically all I was saying was I went to Walmart, picked these up earlier. I was originally going to get some of those just campfire meals where you boil the water, pour them in there, and then wait about 10 or 15 minutes. And those things were like $11 or $12 a piece. And I just said, why don't I just go over there to the grocery side and pick up something for a lot cheaper than that? And I think I spent like $12 to $15, and that was with a couple of drinks too. So got some of these smoked sausages, been eating those like hot dogs, and I got some muffins for the morning. Again, I'm just keeping this simple. I mean, I'm out here just to make sure I get a good test run on my tent, make sure it's ready for camping season. Get out of the house for a little bit. I wanted to bring Bodie along, see how he would do camping. Yeah, just enjoy this area because it's super nice up here. Nah. It's your own food. You got your own food over here. Back off. Back off. Just tear you up with them jalapenos, boy. Nope. Back off. I brought my grate from home. It doesn't fit in my new fire pit, but I figured I'd bring it up here because burning in a grate makes a massive difference in my opinion when it comes to making fires. And then I also brought my tongs. That way I can keep the fire moving around, get all that wood burned good and even. And I think as it burns down and as it burns more evenly, you have less to put out when it's all said and done. It's really peaceful up here, and I know why people come up here and want to go camping and enjoy it. But I've been up here before when it wasn't so peaceful and it wasn't so quiet. Came up here last year, probably around this same time, and out in the background here is the gorge. So I'm on one half, and you can see the other half over there, and there's a river that runs down through there, I believe. But the reason why it wasn't peaceful that day was from coming from this way all the way down the gorge and then going up and around the mountains was fighter jets. And if you've seen the new Top Gun movie where they're doing all that mountain training and all that fighter jet training to go do all the what they do in the movie, of course, that's exactly what it looked like. It was probably one of the coolest things I'd ever got to witness in my life, and I wish I would have got to get a video of it. They were going by so fast I literally didn't even have time to get my phone out and turn the camera on and get recorded, and they were already gone up and over the mountain. It was really, really cool. I don't think many people have actually looked down at a fighter jet. So you can see them in the air, of course, and you know what they look like when they're flying over. But from where I was standing and the buddy of mine that I was with, where we were standing, we were looking at them fly through this gorge, up and over the mountains, and then some of them would go all the way down on the outside of it and then loop around it. It was probably one of the coolest things I'd ever gotten to witness in my life. It certainly made me feel more American than ever before. And I was really kind of hoping they would do it again today, but who knows when they're actually going to do all that kind of stuff. It must have been a fluke day, but it was really one of the coolest things that I had ever got to see before. Got a couple other quick camping stories. So that last time I was up here, I was with my friend John, who's been on here before. But the day was very similar to today, where it was one of the really nicest days that you could really ever want. And then the morning came, and it was like a hurricane came through. I mean, all these trees, the wind was just blowing. It was ripping through here. I mean, you can imagine some of these big trees just swaying back and forth. Pouring rain. I think we got up around 5:30 that morning and did everything in the pitch black dark. And we got off this mountain, and as soon as we got on the road and down the dirt road part and then got on to the paved road, it just started pouring like crazy. And we were pretty happy with that decision that we got off this mountain. And I found a stink bug in my tent when I was unfolding it earlier. And that may not be significant to most, but to me, it goes along with one of my other camping stories. It might have been a year or two ago. We were camping. It was in the mountains somewhere, but it wasn't here. And I think it was our second day there. And we noticed, some stink bugs flying around, some yellow jackets, bugs flying around. There was bugs flying around today. I was really surprised to see them actually, but it started to get nighttime. You trying to get your tent and your stuff tied up, that way you can get ready for bed. And you start looking around, and there's stink bugs everywhere. And I'm not talking about like 3 or 4, even 10 or something like that. Hundreds and thousands of stink bugs. I bet between the two tents, we probably collected 5,000 to 10,000 stink bugs that were in the tents. I don't know. It was the fall of the year. I don't know if that's like a mating season or what they were trying to do. Obviously, they were trying to get inside and get warm or something like that. But I had never seen that many bugs in one place, let alone stink bugs. And those happen to be some of the most annoying bugs that there are. They're harmless, but they're just super annoying. So I think for a few hours, we cleaned out stink bugs, and we got rid of them out of the tent as good as we could. And then we had to go home and then do it again and get out the ones that were in there. And then from time to time, you'll still find a dead one that had just got stuck or something like that. But if I had to compare it to anything, that was probably the closest thing I'd ever been to of a biblical plague of bugs. That's how it felt at the time, because there was just literally so many stink bugs that you were about to go crazy. I know I was about to go crazy, and I was in there cleaning them up, but it was unreal how many of those bugs were in the tent. I'd never seen stink bugs growing up or anything like that, and then all of a sudden they just appeared one day. And they're here to stay, that's for sure. We find them in our house all the time. I don't know what you can do to get rid of them, but if anybody has an idea, let me know, because I cannot stand those things. And the temperature has clearly dropped off. I've got a hoodie on now. I would say it's probably dropped off 20 degrees ever since the sun started going down. This is the ideal camping weather. It's nice during the day. Come out here, have a small fire, keep warm, and then when you go to bed at night, it's not going to be too cold. That way you're not freezing in there. I've got a sleeping bag, and then I've got 2 camp blankets too, in case I do get too cold. My sleeping bag's not the thickest thing that's ever been. It's one I've had for a really long time, and always does me well. The real trick's going to get that dog in the tent. I have an idea. I might try to put him across my shoulders, but if that doesn't work, I'll just have to pick him up and heave him up there. I think Bodie weighs around 70 pounds, maybe 75. He's super bougie. This might be the first time he's ever stayed outside. Come here, boy. Hey. That's a good boy. He's a good dog. I would have brought the other one too, but his name's Wally, and Wally, he's a little bit more adventurous than this dog. He would have been down this road, probably down the mountain, and I'd never been able to find him again. So that's pretty much the reason why he didn't get to come. Or I'd had to keep him on the leash the whole time, and that's not any fun. He's been able to walk around. I just call him back over, and he comes back. So it's pretty nice. Get right. All right, you ready for this, boy? Wasn't graceful, but we got in there, didn't we? Get up. Get up. Go. Roll over, dude. Get up. Get up. Move your big butt. Oh my gosh, Bodie, move. Well, Bodie and I made it into the tent. My original plan of getting him on my shoulders, that was never going to happen after I started looking at him and noticing that he was way too low and I was not going to be able to go that far. So I just picked him up and heaved him up here. So this should be interesting. He probably won't sleep at all. But we'll see how he does. How you feeling, boy? Says it all. We'll catch you in the morning. Good morning. Bodie did pretty good last night. I don't even think I even heard him do anything other than dog snore a little bit. It's upper 30s right now. A little chilly here in the tent just because it cooled down over the night, but we'll get this dog out of here and start heading home. All right, so we made it. We're all packed up. Thanks for the help, Bodie. You were a lot of help going to getting dirty and all that stuff in your fur. You need a haircut. Come on, load up. Appreciate you watching. We'll catch you on the next one.